I'm going to go over this little worksheet thing that my instructor gave me, and it was really dope that she gave it to us because it helped.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Black, it's time. Word, it's timing. It's time, man. Alright, man. Begin.
So I'm gonna go over it. It's a very generalized review. I hope my room is clean. I don't have my glasses. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Yeah, pretty clean. So I'm going to go over it really quickly. Acromegaly. I said acromegaly. That's caused by increased secretion of GH, or more likely you have like a tumor on your anterior pituitary. What that does, you gotta know what GH does. What GH does is it promotes growth, mitosis. It's a growth hormone. That's what GH means, growth hormone. So basically, boom. Now the thing is, acromegaly occurs with adults. It's not mainly, it's with adults. And as like when you categorize that one, because at that point their epithelial plate closed up, and that's after post that they start, they're adults-ish. But like that's how they categorize it. Acromegaly is after the epithelial plates close, and the giantism is before the epithelial close. So basically, acromegaly is more associated with adults. Giantism is associated with children. There's a lot of signs and symptoms that shows up. One thing, of course, because growth hormone, everything's growing. Your body is growing. There's some signs and symptoms that's related to them. Like they have a really big bulging forehead. They have like their jawline is like forwardish. The nose is wide. Their skin is thick. Everything's like very like overgrownish, basically. Their throat, they have a deep voice, and one thing too is they'll get it mixed up like, oh, increased mitosis. They must be dumb strong. They're not dumb strong. Actually, they're actually weak because, it's the same. They have like the body mass of a person, but the strength is the same thing. The muscle mass is the same thing. So yeah, so they will be weak. They have muscle weakness. And because, muscle weakness, they're going to be in pain most of the time. And aside from that too, they're also going to be prone for hyperglycemia. Primarily because with those symptoms, they're insulin resistant. So boom. And of course for a treatment, I'll put a treatment here. For the treatment for that is, you're gonna give them the growth hormone stuff. Now the thing is, when you give them the growth hormone, not giving them because they have too much. You're gonna give them hormones that blocks things. Like one is sandesatin and samlavir. Look it up. That one diagnosed for that is, and aside for that, they're also going to do a tumor removal. Same thing with giantism. Just relate the same thing. Giantism, acromegaly, it's just like when it happens. One happened when they're adult, the other one happened when they're children. Then moving on with dwarfism. Dwarfism is basically decreased secretion of the GH. Decreased secretion of GH, growth hormone. So they're going to be short structure, this and that. They're going to be more related to, not all, but according to the textbook, I'm not generalizing it, but in the textbook it says in some cases they'll be like, mentally retarded. I hate saying that word, but in the textbook that's what it says. Treatment for that is you're gonna give them growth hormone. Aside from that, if there's a tumor, you're gonna remove that tumor. Another thing is what you need to know with that is how the surgery, the way they do the surgery is actually with the nose. So they're gonna incision it, then that. Right? So one thing, since it's in the nose, you're gonna tell them, yo, don't blow your nose. Don't blow your nose, don't bend down. And aside from that, if there's leakage, like report it and stuff, because you don't know if it's like, your nose boogie stuff coming down, or it could be CHF. And one way that they could confirm that CHF is actually a glucose strip. Take a glucose syrup and sugar, must be the CHF. CFS. I'm talking about fluid in your brain. Keep it trying to do it all quick. And that's why I don't want to delay. Continuing on diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus is the decreased production of ADH. What ADH does is it triggers your kidneys to reabsorb. That's what it does. The main action is when it secretes, it tells the kidney, yo, hold up. hold on to the liquid, my G. Factor. When you have decrease of ADH, your kidneys gonna tell you, but like, yo, hold into the liquid. So legit, it's like the patient is going to be peeing a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, so they're going to be positive for polyuria, polydipsia. Polyuria, increased urination. Polydipsia, increased thirst, and they're going to be more risk for dehydration. The treatment for that is you're going to give them synthetic ADH, and primary is vasopressin. Just know the word, press into it, press down on the liquid. I don't know, bro, however it helps you, but that's all I remember. That one. If there's a tumor, of course there's gonna be a tumor removal. But when it comes down to like that, the pituitary, they don't want to touch the pituitary that much. They don't want to touch the pituitary at all unless they really need to, because the pituitary is the master gun. It controls everything. So continuing on is syndrome of inappropriate antidiuretic hormone, NIAH. Basically, what happens here is there's an increased secretion of ADH, and when there's an increased secretion of ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone. Again, it says antidiuretic hormone. It prevents you from diureting. So because it holds on, and that's trigger off. What it does is it holds into things. It holds into the liquid. So the patient is going to be at risk for fluid overload. Patient's going to be, because there's fluid overload, they're at risk for hyponatremia. Hypo, my G. Hypo. Remember hypo. Say it again. Hyponatremia. Hypo. Because why? Fluid overload. But there's diluted hyponatremia because there's so much fluid. Yeah, it's diluted. Sodium so diluted and stuff like that. Not peeing enough, and they're at risk for water toxicity. The treatment for that will be diuretics, mainly Lasix. Pee it all out, my G. Pee it out. Again, if there's like, something there, you're going to surgery. But not if it's like a tumor, like a real bad one where they really need to tumor. Aside from that too is for the hyponatremia. I'm saying it purposely. I'm not saying it like because I'm just playing around. Because they have hyponatremia, you're also gonna give them hypertonic. Hypertonic IV, which is basically what it does is not hypertonic, my bad, not hypertonic IV with saline, because you want, you don't want, what you want is, you want them to have the thing too is because you're giving them hypertonic saline, hypertonic meaning they're high concentration, which is a lot more sugar, that's the best, a lot more whatever, like saline, because you want that to come out. You're also gonna give them diuretics, because if you give them IV with sodium, and you don't give them the diuretic to add more fluid, and that is no bueno. Facto. Next, hyperthyroidism, increased secretion of ATH, where the thyroid gland is secreting too much thyroid hormone. That is no bueno, because what the thyroid is responsible for is metabolism. So with these patients, because there's overproduction of thyroid, they'll have an increase of metabolism, because control metabolism. So what happens here is the body is running. The nickname for hyperthyroidism is actually Graves' disease, and one way that you can remember is like when you look at a patient who has uncontrolled hyperthyroidism, I'm saying it purposely like that, they'll look like they're running, look like they're, I won't say dying, but they're like, legit, they're like skinny, they are sweating a lot. It's like, they're sweating a lot because everything's moving, so the temperature will be hot, they'll be sweating, they'll be like diaphoretic, they'll have like increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, everything fast. Just remember that, everything fast. First intervention is you try to keep the room nice, cool, calm, because their anxiety, because everything's running calm, and you want to keep it cool because they are hot. They'll complain, they'll be like, yo bro, it is dumb hot, bro. You see me in my video or something, but yo, it is hot. When I'm here in the weekend, because New York is like, it feels like it feels like New York's in the oven, except for today, it's beautiful. You tell me like, you keep the room cool, you give them light clothing because you don't want them to sweat, and that's a no bueno. And then if they have a treatment for it is, of course, you're gonna give them you're going to remove, if it's over secreting, you're gonna remove part of it. If there's a tumor, you're gonna remove it. Aside from that, you're also gonna have radioactive beam being. Next is hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is decreased secretion related to decreased secretion of STH, thyroid secretion. Did I say that backwards? THS, which is thyroid hormone. You know what? It's thyroid hormone, my G. Fact though. That's confusing myself with. And the thing is. There's us. So something happened because things in New York has been going crazy. 13 minutes. Let's keep it moving. Hypothyroidism is related to decreased secretion of thyroid hormone, mainly because of thyroid gland, or there's a tumor or whatever. And the thing is, everything's slow, low metabolism. The room's gonna be really cool, so they're gonna feel really cool. So things with them is you're gonna keep the room warm. With that, you're gonna give them a warm blanket if it's necessary because you don't want them to feel uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable releases more stress, because more stress releases cortisol, and cortisol messes up your immune factor. Stress can kill you. Then next is goiter. Goiter is related to decreased level of iodine. There's a lump in the neck. They have a problem with swallowing. Sometimes there's a problem with swallowing, breathing, this and that. Treatment is you're gonna give them iodine supplement stuff or whatever. If the teacher gave you a list of what the treatment you should know, look at it, my G. Don't be lazy. Then the next one is hyperparathyroid. Increased secretion of parathyroid. And the thing with that is they're at risk for hyperglycemia. So calcemia. The calcium, a lot of calcium. Next, hypoparathyroid, which is decreased secretion of parathyroid hormone. And what they're going to be at risk for is hypokalemia, low calcium. So the thing is, one monitoring thing that you need to pay attention for is testing. One is to chew soft or whatever, where you tap on the face and they're gonna make that face and stuff like that. Next, I'm really talking really fast because I'm trying to hit this mark. It's like 15 minutes, bro. Facto. And I'm like, no, I gotta go to school. And next, there's also the True Soft, which is like pressure here. Like basically, they're gonna put the blood pressure here. Boom, like that. And yeah, the most accurate is actually that one. Keep it moving. Hypokalemia. And both of them, of course, the thing with hyperparathyroid, they're with for heart problem. No good. And continuing on is Cushing syndrome is related to increased secretion of cortisol. Increased secretion of cortisol, what it does is a lot of things that goes on in your body, but one clinical manifestation is round face, moon face, a hump, fat hump. And it's not like a fat hump on the thing. It's not bone hump. It's a fat hump. Thing there's fat because it's like just a lot of cortisol. That's what it does. One thing too is when it comes with the immune or healing thing. What is that? A mosquito? Fly. Is there a fly in my room? Damn it. Someone left the window open downstairs and let it on. Alright, anyways, continue on. The thing is with that one is for healing, prone for infection, and treatment for that is you're gonna take away the cortisol and continuing on. Addison's related to decreased secretion of cortisol. So decreased secretion of cortisol, one thing that you're gonna see them as a bronze face, pain on the back, abdominal problem, both of them LOC. There's a lot of things, both of them are going to be the same, LOC and stuff like that, but one sign is the bronze face, and that's progress later on. They're gonna be really pain. They're gonna be a lot in pain. They're gonna be in pain a lot. And then afterward, treatment is of course you're gonna you're gonna give them steroids, bro. Steroids. And that is my super quick review on that one. More likely, I'm going to be reviewing this every day, so the videos will be longer because I will be reviewing Endocrine every day till now until my exam, which will be next week Thursday. Next week Tuesday. Today I have diabetes mellitus. I'm going to keep it moving. So actually, I'm not gonna put this in the vlog. I'm going to just make this as an independent video because this is way too long, my G. Facto. And I'm not trying to cut it up and edit it all in one boom. Facto. Yeah, so I'm ending the video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and peace. And over to my vlog.
Y'all know my stilo, with or without the airplay. I keep some E&J sitting bent up in the stairway, or either on the corner betting grants with the CeeLo champs, laughing at bass heads, trying to sell some broken amps.